James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat packing the air. We about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe. You already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the Trey, yes and no, friends and the foes, the Butlers and the Heroes. You can feel it in your soul. The win the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes. Going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.
Yeah. Welcome to the Basement Sports Network post-game show. I'm your host, Royal A. Shepard, and I'm joined today by a nice panel. I like the way this one here look. This is a nice little mix of colors. We got a great panel today, mix of white and black. So we're gonna start with the whites, of course. Starting with my man Alex Shelton. Alex, how you doing today, my boy?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Bam showed up to work again after a night off, and Jimmy didn't after sort of a tragic 20 free throw game. So my agendas are back in line, and everything looks good.
Bam took more than one night off, but to your point, yes, he was back tonight. Bam took his All-Star break after the All-Star break, and apparently he is done with that shit. So he came to hoop tonight. At Donardo, my man, how are you doing this evening?
I'm good, man. I in all honesty, I wish we could just fast forward to the play-in tournament. I mean, we all know where this shit is going, but I'm doing good overall.
Any night y'all hear me being nice to Ant Donardo, that means y'all know the boy is feeling all right. So you know what I mean? Tonight, I'm getting right. Heat won. Life is good. And to make life even better, rounding out this panel, we got them guys up there at the top. 2 members of the Cain gang. 2 of my favorite members, actually. All of them are my favorite. I'm just going to lie to you guys and tell them that whoever on here is my favorite at the time. But, of course, we got the Cain, got the calculator. My boy Cain, TJ. TJ, how you doing today, boy?
Hey, man, we doing all right, man. They wanted the basketball, bro. I'm happy to be here.
You feel me? Shots was going in. Rebounds were being grabbed. Things were happening. Stuff was being stuff. Y'all see him, boy.
You ain't going to pause that?
Huh?
You ain't going to pause that? I'm going to let you rock. Go ahead. Do your thing.
No. We running right through that. And, of course, y'all see him. Y'all know who. It's the guy. God's number 2. The boy Cain Kendall pulling up one time. Kendall, how you doing today, my boy?
I mean, I'm chilling, cuz I can't complain. I mean, my agenda, like kind of like Alex, thriving a little bit. Get right game. I saw Avery Bradley put on a masterclass on defense against Trae Young. I mean, against D Wade. I'm sorry. And yeah, it was cool.
An agenda that you put out recently that I didn't quite expect was that you expect the Heat not to be in the play-in tournament, but for them to actually get to that 6 seed. And that's something that I think we're going to talk about later on, because that's not something that I saw coming. Like, I think most of us see the play-in coming, like Ant said, but you think that they're going to solidly get in there. But tonight, the Miami Heat beat the Atlanta Hawks 117-109. Second night of a back-to-back. Big game from Bam Adebayo, 10 of 12 from the free throw line as well. 30 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists. 2 blocks, 1 steal. Tyler Herro was the second leading scorer for whatever that's worth. 20 points on 21 fucking shots. 15 points from Caleb Martin off the bench. Solid game from him. Cody Zeller. Woo! 13 big buckets off the bench. Just kind of helping that bench bring some production. Huh?
No, you said 13 buckets.
Oh, 13 points. Come on. Let me live, bro. Let me rock, bro. I just want to rock. I'm not going to do the TikTok dance. I'm too old for that shit. But we're going to start with you, Kendall. Kendall, give me your thoughts on the game, bro.
It was a great. It wasn't a great game, but it was a very impressive win, in my opinion, because like they have been struggling, like very very bad to like show some sign of dominance, And they kind of did that tonight. I mean, I didn't expect them to hold like no 17-point lead all the way through. That's not how basketball works, especially when you mid, and especially when you take off kind of early in the game. So to see them do that, it was good. And Bam has been ass lately for the most part. He been spamming that 10-foot jumper. And it sucks to some degree because it won't get easier for him due to the fact that like can't nobody really create. So to see him finally like go to the basket consistently, like I like that. I want him to like start mixing it up more. Like we had a should he shoot more threes conversation or just try it. I mean, I wouldn't be against it, but I want to see Bam first like go to the basket more consistently. And he didn't force it like tonight. He let the game come to him. I think he took like one shot in the first quarter, or like probably had one shot and got to the free throw line. Gabe Vincent, man, I ain't even gonna hold you. That boy, he's a demon. I mean, if Trae Young's name was Dwayne Wade, then there's no way that you wouldn't name Gabe Vincent Avery
Bradley.
It just is what it is. Like that boy has something against him. It seems like. And he just shut him down every time he plays him. He just makes the shit hard on him, and it's weird. To see the team guard two fire guards like that, like after they just got they face busted in like twice in a row by Philly and then New York, like, and so to stop two penetrating guards like that, it was a good win. You know what I'm saying? I can't hold them. But yeah, we play the same team again, so you already know.
Yeah, the bill comes due, my brother. Cain, TJ, give me your thoughts on the game tonight.
Yeah, man, it was actually good to watch, man. They had some damn energy. Finally, bro, it looked like they cared about basketball. You didn't see Bam get down on himself. Jimmy looked uninterested. You know, Tyler just doing Tyler things. But like, bro, it's just a good game. Like Kendall said, bro, my man's Trae Young. He did his regular stint when he comes to Miami. You know, he got to go to Dade County Jail, courtesy of Gabe Vincent. So he took his visit today. That's always something good to see. But they just had some energy, man, and that's really all you want to see. If they're going to be terrible, they're going to stink. If they're going to be a 6, 7 seed in the play-in and not in the play-in, who cares? Like, bro, just make it exciting. If y'all going to lose, make it exciting. If y'all going to win, make it exciting. I'm just tired of seeing like boring basketball, and they had energy tonight, so it was good, and they got the dub in the process.
Yeah, they essentially like I think Trae Young had 6 points or whatever. Like, bro, like to your point, like Gabe Vincent, he got to have somebody against Trae Young, bro, because that boy, every time he plays that game, that's kind of like that's his matchup. That and Philly is usually the two matchups where you can usually rely on Gabe to do something pretty decent. Alex, give me your thoughts on the game tonight.
Yeah, man. Welcome back, Bam Adebayo. Like, we were watching some absolutely diabolical hoops the last 5 games. It was disgusting to pay attention to. The Knicks game was kind of fun to watch, but like aside from that, what were we like 7 out of our last 8 we had lost, or 6 out of our last 7, something like that. It was getting to the point where like I didn't even want to turn on the TV or my laptop or anything. I just wanted to like do something else during that time. But they found a way to almost snatch defeat from the jaws of victory tonight, and Bam kind of shut that down late. Tyler hit some timely shots despite being ass earlier, but I'm sure we'll get to that. And yeah, like it was just overall like a very good defensive game when you can hold, Trae and DeJounte to, I think they combined for 16. Like you're gonna beat the Hawks almost every game when those two are under 20 total points. So I'm glad that we pulled out a win. We would have been the 8th seed had we lost this game, and the Raptors won tonight, so we would have been a half game up on the 9 seed had we also lost this game. So, I'm not fighting the narrative that we're going to be anything in the playoffs, but it would be nice to not be in a play-in game, just as is.
I think if we're in a play-in game, we get to do more post-game shows, because if we whenever they get to the first round, that shit over within 4. And at least if we did like the play-in game, we have 5 games that we can talk about. That's a win for us, bro. Like that's how I look at it at this point, because we're not winning. Give me your thoughts on the night game.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest takeaway I have is most importantly, they showed up for once. I think that's what Tawan was kind of saying too. It was nice to see them get some effort from the jump. They obviously got up pretty big, and it got all the way back to 5, but Miami was able to go on a quick run. They weren't toying around with it, kind of like Philly did to us a couple games ago when Miami got it close. Philly went back on a run to get it up big. So it was nice to see them show up. Obviously, it was a big game just for standings purposes. We talked about that a lot. And although it was funny to see our guy Basement Barry today put out the article talking about the odds to land Wemby, even though we were calling for that months ago, I believe Twan was leading the charge on that.
Hey, bro, don't talk about Barry right now. He in the comments right now, paying attention to he's hanging on every word, bro. We know how that boy.
It was nice to see. Regardless, though, that should have been a discussion maybe 3 or 4 months ago. Right now, it's a little bit too late. It looks like they're locked into a play-in game. Probably. They're still like 3 up of 11, so you think they're going to still be in the playing game. But that's why it was a big game because of the standings. If you going to somewhat be mediocre, I'd at least like to see them give the best shot at a miracle possible. And that was a big win tonight. It was a big win tonight because of the standings. And no Duncan Robinson tonight. So that's always a win in my book.
I think you phrased that beautifully. Best shot at a miracle possible. Because if the Heat do anything in the playoffs, then it will be a fucking miracle for one. But yeah, if you want to invest yourself in this season, then you want to invest yourself in them giving themselves the best shot at that. For those of you who don't know who Basement Barry is, Basement Barry is Barry Jackson. That boy be in our bag. Just putting that out there. We're influencers. I got 2,000 followers. Kendall, we're going to start with Bam Adebayo. People talk about effort tonight, and we've been shitting. I don't know. I shit on Bam yesterday because I had gotten tired of the post-All-Star break Bam Adebayo. And tonight, we got the guy who we've seen for most of the season. What was it like for you to see Bam kind of get back to form tonight?
It was cool. And it was kind of interesting because it went against like how it usually goes. Like he usually has to like create his own offense like often, and he kind of did, but it just looked a little different. So to see that, it was good. I thought like that Philly game, the Philly, who did they play? The Hornets game, I thought he was ass. And the New York game, I thought he was ass. In the first half for sure. So to have a complete dominated game like that, it is good. And yeah, like it's weird. It's like that's what you want to see. Of course, he's been our most consistent player this year. But you're not gonna see that every year because you're not gonna play teams as dumb as the Atlanta Hawks. But yeah, so shout out to Bam because hey, he could do that. You know what I'm saying? Not at that rate. I don't think he could do that every night, but he could be somewhere 24 points per game. I think he could do. I just like the fact that he got to the foul line. Shout out to that. He got to the foul line. I can't hold him. He need to start doing that more. Like not go away from it because that's your shot. You know what I'm saying? That 10-foot jumper, but like he needs to start attacking the basket more, especially against those smaller players. And he was impressive. It was a lot of meat still left on that bone, but that's just lack of IQ of the guys around him. I mean, he bust out for a dunk. You know what I'm saying? He got Trae Young down there with him, and Tyler just dribbled the ball 2 times. He don't throw the ball ahead. Gabe Vincent. It was another time where Gabe Vincent, it was a 2-on-2 break. He had a small pinned. He ain't getting that ball. You know what I'm saying? It was another time he was posted up, had Trae Young on him. They held the ball so long that Okongwu came from the corner. And by the time they passed Bam the ball, Okongwu was right there, and Trae Young was able to switch all the way back to a man in the other corner. And it's sad. It sucks. Especially because Trae Young was ass, but I saw Trae Young diamond up his bigs. So it's just like, damn, bro. It's just like, damn. And I don't need a Trae Young, but it's just like, can we get a Dennis Schroeder? Like, someone who can probe and like actually pass like in tight quarters and like see the court a little bit. And I want to say when it comes to Bam, no, actually I'm gonna say before when we talk about Jimmy. But yeah, shout out to Bam because he had an A1 game.
Yeah, I think Bam got to the free throw line a lot more because Jimmy was getting to the free throw line a lot less than he customarily does. Like, Backpack Jimbo wasn't all the way there today. Like, he did what was necessary. So he did some of his job, but like he wasn't all the way there. So I felt Bam felt that pressure. TJ, give me your thoughts on what you felt how Bam played tonight, man.
Yeah, he was good, man. This is just what you want, bro. You want him to show up on a night-to-night basis. Obviously, after the All-Star break, bro was just chilling. The vibe with the team wasn't great. You can tell, like, just he was out of it. He was checked out mentally, and like I said, everybody had energy tonight, including him, and it really started with him. Especially with the full quarter that he had was ridiculous. And like kind of say, when was the last time like Bam caught a lob, bro? Like Bam, he got a lob off of Caleb tonight, and it felt like it's been since forever, bro. He's caught a lob, like little stuff like that. Like they just I don't know, man. The Heat, they don't make any sense because early in the season, it was a bunch of Bam pick and roll. He's catching a lot. Him and Tyler Herro, they're like, oh, this is great. They go away from that. Bam got to get his offense on his own with the mid-range jumper. Then the mid-range jump is falling like crazy, and it's like, okay. But then he starts to rely on that too much. So then when that's not hitting, it's kind of like, okay, what else can I do? And then you go from that to now he's kind of like figuring out, oh, I can just go to the rim. I can just go and get layups. I can go and get fouls. And it's just a blend, bro. They just got to put everything together. And it seems like too many times in this season, it's been, okay, this works, and then it doesn't work anymore. And then this works, and it doesn't work anymore. And then we do this, and this works, but then we do too much. Like, there's just no blend. And it was just good to see him look like Bam again versus what we've been seeing in these last few games. So shout out to Bam. I'm glad he had a good game finally. Can get some people off his back because I don't like the Bam slander at all, especially for what he's been all this entire year. The only reason that this team and this season has been even a little bit interesting is because of him. So I'm glad he got a bounce back game.
You would have hated my guts yesterday. Everybody who tried to avoid Bam slander was getting put in the blender. Like, bro, look, I just wasn't feeling it yesterday, dog. But I think you said something very interesting about the team's energy picking up and essentially following Bam tonight. Like, the team, it feels like that's the way that they have to get theirs now. Like, if they're gonna play with energy, it's gonna be because of Bam playing with energy and the rest of them following him. That used to be the thing with Jimmy, but it doesn't feel like Jimmy can get the entire team in the same way that Bam can nowadays. I know this is kind of setting up some Jimmy slander, which is leading me right to throwing this bitch to Alex. But Alex, I want you to talk about Bam, kind of how he's putting himself more so as the leader in the forefront or the guy that needs to kind of start the energy for this team in order for them to kind of get it rolling.
Yeah, no, I mean, Bam is like one of the best passing bigs in the league. And when he is able to sort of go through his reads like a quarterback instead of just passing to the same receiver over and over, if he's able to get that 10-foot shot and then, I can drive the ball too. I can post up and do this. If he's doing that, that opens up so much more because he's able to then distribute if he gets doubled or if someone switches onto him that doesn't look favorable. Now, to Kendall's point, there were a lot of times where there were some missed opportunities for Bam from his teammates on their end to get him the ball. I would fucking take a 45-year-old Rajon Rondo at this point to get that man the ball because we have absolutely no one that can do that on this roster right now. But no, like it is 100% true. Like as Bam goes, this roster goes, you sort of alluded to it a little bit, and maybe we'll get to it after we talk about Bam. But I believe a certain someone said last night post-game, we're just bored out there. We're not going through the process. And it looked like that same person was a little bored out there tonight, wasn't really going through the process of the game. So Bam was. He showed up. He had his mental break after the All-Star game, and he looked reinvested in the roster and in the game at least. I won't go that far, but he was he was attacking from the jump, and he got off to a great start, and then rode that wave into the game. So
yeah, it was crazy though because he had the energy on both offense and defense. Bam is a big reason why them guards weren't able to get off. Like he was locking DeJounte Murray ass up, bro. He had boy in hell, bro.
That's my one agenda that took a hit tonight. You saw me praising DeJounte Murray like in the fan chat for
he just
the
had
last
41.
3 days.
DeJounte Murray just had 41 or something like that yesterday. Like Bam was
But that shit, bro, like, it's like, yeah, praise him. But bro, for me personally, I don't know. I just don't feel like that's like a good thing. Like, it's good for Bam, I guess, you know what I'm saying? But I just hate that we come in here and talk about like, oh, when he got switched on to so and so took him out the game. It's like, shouldn't have to be like, you know what I'm saying?
No. Okay, for the team, it's not great.
Yeah,
but we don't give a fuck about this team no way, Kendall. I only care about Bam. So when Bam do it, it's like, I think it further cements like kind of the shit that he be talking when he talking to people like Taylor Rooks. It's like, I'm one of the best defenders in this league, but just for him, shut the fuck up. That's my brother.
Yeah, at first I'm like, nigga, you here? And then I saw the last name and I'm like, oh nah.
Yeah, that's my brother, bro. Shout out to my boy Shep, man. That's my dog, bro. I'm gonna put him on the basement one time. But yeah, like, I think it's better for like to display Bam's ability like to the rest of the league when he does stuff like this. You know what I mean? It's horrific for Miami and what that means. Like, it's an indictment on the guards on this team and their inability to get over screens and stuff like that. But it only helps Bam to be able to see him go out there and put people on the guards. I want to thank King Mike B for the $5 dono. He said this win feels like the last day of a vacation and you work in the morning. Bittersweet. Listen, brother, we all know what's coming. Okay? We all know what's coming. But we're here to talk about tonight's game. We're going to enjoy tonight's game, and that's the way it's going to be. Donato, I want you to go ahead and get in here on the Bam conversation.
Yeah, it's not the defense so much that impressed me, because that's the one thing that we've been known that Bam could do forever. What impressed me today is that he did it against Clint Capella, because Bam has historically struggled against those bigger, actual muscular centers. And obviously he was pretty good tonight. Capella obviously did his thing too. He was decent, but it was nice to see Bam have a bounce back game and against who he did, because Capella, I think, is a decent center too. But the thing that I've enjoyed most about Bam over the last week, even though he's obviously struggled since the All-Star break, I kind of like seeing Kevin Love next to him help get some boards. He's been okay on the rebounding end. Obviously his overall stint hasn't been great shooting wise, but it's nice to see Bam not have to rely on, the Heat have to rely on Bam to get every single rebound. It's nice to look and see the power forward on the other team go up for a rebound and actually be boxed out by someone the same size. So I've enjoyed seeing Kevin Love do that over the last week, even though his shooting hasn't been great. Maybe it'll get better. It really doesn't matter, though. We can tell Spo's kind of capping him at 20, 25 minutes, and I think it'll probably stay that way. I'm low-key excited about Yurtseven, though. I don't know if y'all peep what he's been doing in the G League. Hear me out. 27 last night. Tonight, 28 and 17. If you dominating in the G League, hear me out. If you dominating in the G League, that means that you a step above those guys. And I think that if maybe you could put him next to Bam and put someone who's actually big, maybe they would do something. Maybe. Listen, I'm looking for anything. I'm really looking.
I want you to do me a favor. Remove this cracker from my show.
Thank
Magic. It's
you,
beautiful.
Dang, Justin.
We need something to spice it up. That's all I'm saying.
That's not it, bro.
He's been hooping. I'm giving him credit. That's all I'm saying.
You can give that man credit when we do the Sioux Falls Skyforce post-game show. That man has not touched this roster all season long.
Not once did I say he was going to help. I said I'd like to see it. There's a difference.
We have our backup big. His name is Mr. Z, okay?
Thank you, bro. The substitute teacher from Saskatchewan. That's who our backup big is, bro. Like, chill with that. But I do want to explore something that you was talking about. I'm not letting you finish. That shit's over with. But I'll throw this back to you so that you can start a new conversation, because you did start this one. The Kevin Love thing has been interesting, because while the shooting splits aren't anything to look at, he has shown you what somebody with actual respect on the court can get you in terms of like the attention that is paid to him. Like, the floor has been open because Kevin Love has been out there, and you mentioned it, like his rebounding has been phenomenal, bro. Like, I've enjoyed having a complimentary big out there. Tyler Herro rebounding numbers been going down since Kevin Love got here anyway. But having a complimentary big to be able to get rebounds when Bam is outside doing what he's not supposed to be doing has been cool. So I do want you to talk about Kevin Love in those respects. Elaborate on what you were already saying about his rebounding and shit. Of course he is, Lansbury.
No. Listen, I like what Kevin Love's been doing. I like what Cody Zeller's been doing. It's nice to have some damn size for a change. That's what I'm saying. I want more of it. That's all I'm saying. Do I think it would help?
Paul.
I just got a question though, bro. Like you say you want more size because you like what you've seen from Kevin Love, though. Which okay, but my thing is like, how do you like?
Is he going to play?
How do you see Yurtseven being that help? Like offensively, Yurtseven can't shoot threes, bro.
Where's Yurtseven going to get in? Is he going to start next to Bam? No, because Kevin Love has that. Is he getting in over Mr. Z? No, sir, bro. Like he's not taking anybody's place in the rotation, and there's nowhere else for him to go.
Like
he doesn't grade on a curve like Mr. Z does. Okay, that's the end of the discussion there.
You can answer if you was dead ass because I feel like you were serious about the Yurt thing.
I feel like he is too, bro.
Let me clarify. He would not help this team get wins. He's slow as all hell. He can't shoot, but he can do one thing or two things. He could be big and he could rebound. I was tired all year seeing this team get out rebounded, seeing Dwayne Dedmon get dominated because he sucks. So it's been a nice change of pace to see Kevin Love actually provide some size, get some boards. Cody Zeller provided some size in the paint and get some boards. I don't think it can hurt to have a little bit more of that just to try some shit different. Now, would it work because of all those other reasons I said? No. Is at work meaning help this team get wins? No. But I just like having some damn size for once. And if they could find some minutes, I don't know, I haven't looked at the rotation, but if they could carve out 10 to 15 minutes for him, I would just like to see some more size because I'm tired of all these little dudes I'm tired of watching little people basketball. I'm tired of watching.
But we haven't been watching that since the buyout. So I think that's kind of like where it's like they can afford to essentially do whatever with Yurtseven. Like at this point, I think Mr. Z has and that's going to be his name from now on. Like I think Mr. Z is kind of like found his way onto this roster for next year already. And I know it sucks because he's going to be bad by mid next season, but he's already found his way onto this roster for next season. And I don't think there's going to be a place for Yurtseven.
That's what scares me though about Mr. Z because we all love Dwayne Dedmon his first couple months here.
No, we didn't.
A lot of people did.
Okay.
A lot of people did. He was sitting on his couch for a whole damn year and came in with fresh legs and gave this team a couple good months of good basketball before we realized why he was sitting on his couch. I got a feeling we're going to be saying the same thing about Cody Zeller very early into next season, and they're not going to have another choice. So if Yurtseven's still on the roster, maybe he's still young. He's been playing well in the minor league. Maybe he could provide a decent spot and a backup big. That's all.
TJ seems to disagree with that take. So go ahead, TJ.
Yeah, I don't know how we got here. We were talking about Kevin Love, but nevertheless, we moved. My guy Z, bro. He don't do nothing. But this is why I think it can translate, bro. To moving forward. I ain't saying sign the dude 3 years or nothing crazy like that. But just bringing him back next year. But bro don't do nothing special. He tip all his little rebounds if he can't get to him. He grabs boards and he just does big stuff, right? That don't require no skill. That don't require him to be special. He's just a cool backup big. He's just cool and he got hands, right? He can catch the basketball for the most part. You know that you didn't get that from Orlando Robinson. You weren't getting that from Dwayne Dedmon. We haven't seen Yurtseven even look at a basketball yet this season. He cool, bro. He just cool. He do his job and he go home. That's cool with me. That's all I want from the backup big. I don't want taking pull up threes. I don't want him trying to do hook shots or nothing crazy. Just be good for 15 minutes until we can get Bam back here. And he's cool. So give me some.
So okay, not only is my brother commenting right here, and he hates your guts, by the way, but he's texting me on my phone and telling me to tell you to shut up. He will not stop.
Why do y'all get this idea? I'm saying he's gonna turn this team into a contender. Nah, I'm just saying the size has been good. Give me more of it. Season's a waste, bro. There's some new players in
here. Cody Zeller is drafted.
He's also white.
He's drafted, bro.
So is Yurtseven.
Yeah, it's
That one threw you for a loop.
Yurtseven is not drafted, bro. He's 26 years old, 27, and you feel me, like, bro, like. Bro, he's a 3-year project. Like Zeller literally walked off, like you said, off his couch and like literally is producing. And he's not trying. The difference between him and Dedmon, in my opinion, he's not necessarily trying shit. Like
no, he's doing shit he know he can do.
Dedmon real deal used to be trying shit on the court. Like
not until he got paid this offseason. That
Mr. Z step back 3 is going to hit like meth.
Bro.
Man, we talking about the backup big way too long.
Hey, bro, listen, that's what the conversation wasn't even on that. It was just he started talking about a big who ain't played all season, and it just kind of devolved into that.
When you see a guy dominating the G League, it makes you think.
Shut the fuck up. We seen Jamar Bouye.
It made Heat fans think. That's what's wrong with y'all.
And Bernardo think. Like, so we were talking about Kevin Love and the way that he's fit into this roster, and I don't even want to talk about that no more because I refuse to spend any more time on white big men on this team. Let's talk about Jimmy. No, let's talk about Tyler. Let's talk about white little.
No, Jimbo.
Okay,
Jimbo.
then since you made me change, you start the conversation on Jimmy Butler.
Jimbo, shout out Jimbo, because Jimbo's trying to pass the ball to Bam. Jimbo. Hey, that little like to the little corner to the baseline jumper. I'm like. Look at Jimmy Butler.
And Bam shot it this time. Like he didn't shoot it the last time Jimbo gave it to him. It was another game. I can't remember, but he shot it this time.
Yeah, I think he is making a concerted effort, low key, to like try to pass him the ball more. I wonder if he like I don't know. I think Jimmy's starting to. I think that attitude that bad team. Franchise guy Jimmy, he started to show a little signs. Oh, I'm tired of losing, you know what I'm saying? And I think Jimmy I think he had some flashbacks a little bit, started thinking about last year's playoffs and who actually the last game they played, it was one other nigga who was actually hooping out there. So I feel like Jimmy, he actually believes in Bam, especially more than everybody else. So I like what I saw from him. This was one of them games where he just it was like that first year. Jimmy he made his impact felt on the defense end because I think he started guarding DeJounte to begin with. So he ain't let him get going, especially after him scoring 42.
I think it was 41.
Yes. Yeah. So for him to do that and pick him up, like you could tell, like. And Jimmy was pissed the fuck off that he lost last night. I ain't even like the fact that Randall wetted that shit in his face. Like, knowing most of us up here for sure probably don't believe in Julius Randle, especially for what he did yesterday. You know what I'm saying? That shit made Jimmy feel some type of way, and you could tell like I don't think he cared about the offense end. I think he just wanted it to make a point that all right, whoever the best player is right now. And Murray, the one who scored 41 last night, he was like, nah. Like
I'm saying that shit now.
Yeah, it's not. So yeah, shout out to him and on offense. He trying to find Bam, you know what I'm saying? And I'm seeing them direct things and try to get looks. So it's like, okay, if you can't pass the ball to it, he at least telling another motherfucker to do it because we know that shit rough.
Yeah, it is tough out there. Like the one thing that I didn't like about Jimbo is that he's one of the reasons that Tyler shot so much, and it's because he was letting Tyler shoot like that. Like Jimbo can stop that, but he wasn't tonight, and so that's the one gripe. But I agree with you. Like he focused on the defensive end tonight, and he was like, "Y'all boys score." I want to thank Relaxing Music for the 199. Don't know. He said Ant doing tricks on it, GOAT level riding. We not. Yeah, you got to forgive Ant Donato from time to time. He ain't be right in the head. Alex, no, Twan. Let's talk about Jimbo. Y'all white people, y'all be killing me sometimes. Twan, go ahead and talk about Jimbo's game tonight.
I thought he was fine. I'm cool with these performances from Jimmy. If we're gonna get it from get good games from like Bam and Tyler, I think that matters more. I think getting good games from Bam and or Tyler equates more to like winning versus Bam and versus Jimmy. I think you brought up a very good point earlier. I think it was you, Ro, that Bam having a big game is way more impactful than Jimmy having a big game because from my perspective, Jimmy doesn't make anybody on the team, doesn't lift anybody's, performances on the team when he's good. I'll say that.
Jimmy don't bring the rest of the team with
him. Yeah. He can carry you. He can carry you, but he doesn't he don't lift anybody up, Jimmy can go for 45, but the rest of your team can have 12 and 10, If Bam is good, right, you understand what you're going to get from Jimmy. You understand you probably can open up some opportunities with Bam and Adebayo. If he's flowing in pick and roll, that's the only thing that's going to create a double team on this roster is a Bam and Adebayo pick and roll because Jimmy don't get double teams when he's going off. Teams just single guard him and like, all right, if Jimmy beat us, he beat us. But when Bam is flowing in pick and roll, when he's hitting his jump shot, that draws a double. We've seen it this season. So that opens up opportunities for people. It opens up opportunities for Tyler to get these open looks and get to his little floater and everything like that. And you also see when Bam is really good, usually you win those games. So like Bam brings the level of everybody else up as well as Tyler. If Tyler's shooting really good, like that's very good for your team, just because you understand what you're going to get from everybody else. So I just think with Jimmy needs to be solid, but we don't need Jimmy to be great if we're going to have Bam and Adebayo and Tyler, I guess, playing well. So that's just my philosophy on it.
Yeah, Tyler, I guess, is a good way. I don't think I want to start calling that man that. Like when we started talking about the best players on this team, it's like Bam, Jimmy, Tyler, I guess. Whatever it is. One thing my guy Voodoo Vision with the 499 don't know, he said going back to Kendall Point, he said Jimmy Kendall attitude has changed these last 3 games. Also seeing more Jimmy and Bam takeovers. I think that's kind of what it is. Like I think Jimmy and to a lesser extent Bam, but Jimmy especially been like, fuck this team. Like it's like I'm finna do what I want throughout that whole thing. I want to thank the girl Jess Landsberg with the $10 dono. She said Jimmy's energy does affect the rest of the team though. So he can't have low energy and stank face. He has to at least pretend. Love y'all. Peace. We love you too, bro. Well, they love you too. Just you know how I feel about your kind. But yeah, I guess like to a certain extent, Jimmy is this team's leader. But I think we're talking more so about on court. Like on court, Bam being energetic and Bam being involved in the game has more impact on the guys around them than Jimmy does. Because when Jimmy's on, that means Jimmy on, and the rest of y'all can get in where y'all fit in. When Bam on, any number of things can happen when Bam is on. Like he could be cooking, he could be passing the ball, he could be drawing attention. Other motherfuckers have to get him the ball on lobs and shit like that. So everybody's starting to get into the flow of the game. Yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time talking about that. I actually want to end this show early, but we're going to let the white guys talk about Tyler Herro because he was fucking ass. And he was 8 for 21 on the night, 3 of 9 from 3, and he just exploded in the fourth quarter. I think he had like 10 points entering the fourth quarter, and then, he had a so-so night. Thank God he showed up when he did because I'm with y'all. Like, I don't think we would have won the game had he not had his stretch, but he had it. But you still, like, to the points of that's been made several times on this network, he's a one-quarter player. And it was the one quarter tonight with the fourth quarter. So, and we're going to start the conversation with you on Tyler Herro. Did you think it was more impactful that he had points in the fourth quarter to help us seal the win, or that the first 3 quarters was shit?
No, because he does this on a consistent basis where he's about to get a max extension next year and he can only play 1 good quarter of basketball. No, that don't mean nothing to me.
We might get 2 quarters out of him next year, Ant.
Shit. At this rate, he'll be a high-level role player in 4 years, like you've been saying. Listen, I remember a couple years ago when Tyler Herro said that he wants to be on the same level of Trae Young and Luka Doncic. Well, he's up there with Trae Young because that guy is fucking terrible too. So congrats, Tyler Herro. You achieved 1/2 of your goals. The 20 points on 21 shots.
He said John Morant too, though. But John Morant.
Yeah. So he achieved the 3rd.
Tyler Herro thinks he's John Morant.
Yeah, that's true. YSL John.
Hey,
Tyler's gonna be flashing all kinds of shit in the club.
Tyler had a BB gun on IG Live. I seen him. Go check it.
Ja King Slime Morant out here.
We're going to the same place.
Hey, bro.
Hey, bro. If Ja couldn't cold switch, he'd be Tyler Herro. If we being honest.
Josh Suge Knight. Come on now, y'all better quit playing John Wick. Get the fuck out of here. Go ahead, Aaron.
Nah, it's bro. The fact that you got more shot attempts than points, that's like straight up abysmal. And the fact that he's doing this on a consistent basis, even consistently shooting under 35%, that's terrible. I heard someone say the other day too. Multiple people think that Tyler Herro took a step this year. How could you think that? I mean, his numbers are down across the board. He's scoring virtually the same amount of points, but the efficiency is several percentage points lower. And the fact he's in a starting role. I'm curious what it looked like if Spo put him back to the bench just to see if we could get the efficiency up a little bit. I'm just curious. Listen,
you're pandering.
It's the same shit I was saying earlier. I don't think playing Omer would work, but this is a lost season. Try some shit. That's all I'm saying. Try some shit. That's all.
I don't think they'll get to that point where they put him on the bench at this point. And I think Spo's kind of been experimenting that with those non-Jimmy Bam lineups. Tyler has been the person anchoring those lineups, and they have not been good this year.
I think that's his way of exposing them. And also, like, across the board, like, bro, I don't understand how you can play more minutes as a starter and get to the line less than you did as the sixth man. It's not significant, but you would expect it to go up a couple. But I got to get in on that Tyler slander, bro. It was a epic. I mean, epic. 2 to 3, 4 second segment in which Tyler managed to miss 4 shots,
bro,
and in less than 10 seconds for damn show. Let's just put it. It wasn't even 10 seconds. That man missed 4 shots in a row. I'm like, bro, after the second one, just grab it and pass it out, or just swat the ball Tyson Chandler style out. And bro, Tyler, like, bro, you had somebody go for 30 on less than 15 shots. And you managed to shoot the ball more than the player who went for 30 on 12 shots.
No. He shot more than Bam and Jimmy combined.
Bro, he's selfish as hell. Like, that's one thing that I don't think we talk about enough. Like, Tyler Herro is not a good basketball player. Let me just tell y'all this. Like, he is not a good basketball player. Because if you ass on one half, you are automatically, like, under the microscope where you better be insane offensively to be labeled a good basketball player. Like, and that ain't him. Bro, the selfishness that man put on display night in and night out at times, especially when he don't got it going, that shit is sickening, bro. It's like, bro, why are you shooting so much? Like, that little segment was it's just like a microcosm. Look at me. Nah, that just paints a picture of what he really is. Like, but most night he do it with jumpers. Like, he'll miss, but he don't care, bro.
Kendall, to your point though, when we going to see a 1 of 4 night from Tyler Herro?
Never, bro. When you gonna see like a 2 of 7?
Yeah, like
8.7 rebound, but 10 assists. And then you be like, well, shit, I mean,
at least he did.
At least he was dishing that bitch around, you know what I'm saying? Bro, like, he's selfish as fuck. Like, that shit's a problem. They always talk about sacrifice, and with the Heat organization, he don't sacrifice nothing. Like,
he's sacrificing everyone else.
I'm on this level. I think I'm an all-star. Keep that same energy after Donovan Mitchell got traded and he got his extension or whatever. I think I'm a starter. Oh, Pat Riley throws you in a starter. Oh, he doesn't have to play defense. Ha, ha, ha. Literally taking shots at you. And you don't try to change your game at all. Like, bro is selfish as fuck, bro. Like, as a basketball player. And that shit is nasty, dog. Because it's like, you can only play offense. Try to do other shit. Like, why are you not working on your off-ball game?
At all.
I don't see you coming off a pin down, flare screens, none of that.
Name one possession where you've ever seen Tyler move the entire possession.
I don't even think you can run plays for Tyler at this point. It's just literally pick and rolls.
You can't run a floppy set for Tyler Herro.
Dude,
y'all are being so disrespectful. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be Tyler Defender guy.
Don't
bro.
you dare!
And you can't.
Tyler and Defender in the same sentence is crazy.
Listen. And it's not even. It'll look like I'm defending, but believe me, I'm not defending Tyler Herro. Bro has been hot garbage. He's been ass.
Right.
But also like, this is what they empower him to do, bro. They put him in the starting lineup and ask him to be the best scorer on the team. I don't care what y'all say. That's what they allow that man to do that. They allow this man to run pick and roll after pick and roll after pick and roll. Spo calling the plays, bro. Spo calling the plays. Last year, he was doing a whole lot more catch and shoot, even with the bench units, bro. Even with the bench units, he was still coming off ball, doing a whole lot of more off ball stuff, was running off screens and all this other stuff. That little Strus double pin down that they run for him, they was running that for Tyler. It's just what they empower him to do. It's like giving Dylan Brooks the keys to your offense. It's like giving Tobias Harris the keys to your offense, bro. It's going to look like ass, but that's what they're doing, bro. That's what Tyler Herro is. He'd be really good if he was playing next to like James Harden or like Paul George or like insert elite score here, bro. All of a sudden, Tyler Herro is going to look really good. He's going to look a whole lot better. But if Tyler Herro is your best offensive scorer, he's your best 3-level scorer, that's ass. That's terrible. And that's
TJ said trade Tyler Herro to the Clippers so he can play next to Paul George. Go ahead.
You said when he's your best scorer. Tyler Herro ain't your best scorer.
He's not. We never get somebody get 30 points on 12 shots.
I'm talking about in theory of what he's supposed to
what
be.
they want to
do. He can
yeah, but this is my
question. Get to the rim.
I want to let Alex jump in too because he ain't talked in 20 minutes. But go ahead, Kendall, finish your point. After that, Alex jump in.
You make a very good point. They do empower him and let him do it. But also the same way, I agree with the fans moaning and groaning and us calling Bam a bitch 2 years ago against Brook Lopez when he wasn't shooting. Like you could do other shit. Like I just believe basketball is a sport. Like it's so different from all other sports. Like you have the power to just do what you want on the court because can't nobody necessarily stop you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, just say like, I'm gonna play off y'all or something or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you don't really see that. And it's like,
it doesn't happen.
It's like, where's you played at Kentucky where they like kind of groom people to play in a team element. Like, and he just don't do that. So that's where it's like, what's going on, bro? Like, are you really
even at Kentucky though? That wasn't really his role at Kentucky. His role at Kentucky was to be a gun.
Yeah, but they still teach them that. That's like kind of how their system work. Like,
yeah,
defined. But I don't know, bro. Like, I just think he's selfish as hell.
That 6 man of the year gassed him up, bro. It was it was like DeMar DeRozan when he got that MVP talk, and then all of a sudden he was taking 30 shots a game. The same thing happened with Tyler Herro. He got that 6 man of the year. All of a sudden, he's the offense, bro.
No, I mean, overall, I think I agree with Kendall. I think Tyler Herro's selfish. But then again, y'all can take my opinion with a grain of salt on Tyler Herro. Y'all know where I'm at with that boy. I say anything to prompt him being gone. Prompt by Pack TV. $4.99 don't know. What's up, bro? He said Tyler trade Tobias Harris. Same thing for sure. Relaxing music with the $1.99 don't know. He said Yurt ain't healthy though and is injury prone. We don't care about Yurtseven on this show. Alex, feel free to jump in on the Tyler Herro conversation before I wrap this shit up.
Yeah, I think Ant said at one point during his discussion, a lot of people thought Tyler took a step this year. He did a step backwards. He has not improved at all. He did nothing to improve his ability to create going into this year for himself, for others. All he has in his bag is a Bam Adebayo screen, and then he can play off of that into a floater, or then he can play into a pick and roll. That's literally all I've seen. I haven't seen anything. All these fine gentlemen that have spoke before me, he has no off-ball ability at all. He doesn't move on offense. And I just wanted to highlight, one thing here from the basement boy, Barry. He was getting slandered a little bit on Twitter. Someone said, you thought Herro and picks for Mitchell was an overpay. And his response to that was, the Heat did too. He replied that the Heat thought Herro and picks for Mitchell was an overpay. That tells you that their belief in Tyler Herro is coming from the top down. They think that he is going to be the bona fide star to complement Bam going forward. Just let that sink in for a little bit.
Man,
the dude,
my knees on
like, I don't have any other way to describe that other than just absolute piss level of talent evaluation. You've seen him as a player. He has gotten better since his rookie year, yes, but he is not that guy. He's just simply not. And until you see Tyler get into a bag where he can, I don't know, I don't even have any moves to describe that he could even do because they're so far-fetched to even like get into my brain. It's confusing me at this point. He has such a long way to go before he is ever going to be a 25 point per game scorer and comparable to a guy like Donovan Mitchell. And the front office believes he is that. And I'm not sure if that extends to Spo a little bit. Maybe it does, but it's showing that they're not pulling him in and reining in his play. He can't be shooting 18 times a game and averaging 20 points. It's disgusting. I don't want to watch it anymore.
The reality is that he will never be what Donovan Mitchell already is right now. And I think it's like high time that people start accepting that, including Tyler Herro and the front office. Like,
but to a certain point, you wouldn't expect a late lottery guy to be what Donovan Mitchell has become. Even though Donovan Mitchell himself was a late lottery guy that became that, you don't get that every late lottery pick. That's a rarity. And Tyler Herro was not that in college.
Tyler Herro has already exceeded what he should have been in the league. Like, that is the part that people don't get, and so they think that there's much more there. It's the same thing about like these undrafted guys. They've exceeded what you thought they would be in the league because you didn't think they would be in the league. Now they're here.
Erik Spoelstra is a wonderful man because he gets people paid. He got Dion Waiters paid. He got Tyler Johnson paid. He got James Johnson paid. He got Tyler Herro paid. He gets everyone money, and then when they either stay on the roster or go elsewhere, they look like shit.
Jimmy Butler and Bam too.
Yeah, that's how I know Erik Spoelstra is a Republican, because he's a job creator. Thank you, Darius Jordan, for the $15 dono. He said, "Hey, yo, what I missed? 8 for 21, my Lord. He built the house for the homeless man today. Bless him, man." Hey, listen, bro. He is that thing. What? Anything else that we should have got to that we didn't get to tonight? Nope.
I mean, everybody else undrafted, bro.
Yeah. Like, I don't really care about what happened. I mean, Kahinde had 6 assists.
Who that?
I did trash that. Kahinde, Babatunde Oladipo.
There is one thing we didn't get to tonight. Well, we did, but you missed it a little bit. Like, you have any insurance you want to talk about, Royal? I'm making it obvious as possible for you.
Yeah, no, since you brought it up, your ass finna talk about it. Go ahead, do the promo.
Yeah, sure. Shout out to the primary sponsor of The Basement, Simple Health Advisors. Insurance does not need to be complicated. Email them or give them a call today and tell them The Basement sent you. Email our guy, James Pugh, at jpugh@simplehealthadvisors.com. Phone number is 321-345-7738. Fuck you, bro.
Bro, hey, I ain't gonna hold y'all. They've been cooking my ass in the private chats. Apparently, I've missed 2 lobs. I ain't hear, see, none of that shit. I just been trying
I put flashing lights on that sign for you.
Bro, listen, bro. I was just trying to make it through the show without falling asleep midstream. Because, like, I did not care for this game at all. I don't care if y'all say I hated that they won. I did. So we played the Hawks again in front of the Holes in 2 days. We won this time now. So we won this time. Darren Jordan, $10 donor. He said Oladipo smoked succulent tender knee, had 4 turnovers also, along with those.
Victor Oladipo, bro, what he needs to understand is that it is gone. Is gone.
It's over, bro.
Bro, you have to play like a role player. You are attacking these young bucks. And they are literally just like, okay, and just go. Like, they literally just go like this to Depot.
It's the Karl Anthony Towns boogie meme. That's all I think of.
Bro, he be trying shit. And I'll be feeling bad because I'm like, bro used to be that stick at one point. So it's like, and then he fell off like as soon as he reached his peak. Like he reached his peak and it just was a sharp decline. And it's like, damn, bro. But it's like, bro, you don't got that, bro. You are literally Tyler Herro driving to the basket.
I think a lot of these people, like I think a lot of these guys, like Cain, they need to figure out like the Sean Livingston route. Like, how can I be effective after I've lost what made me special? Like, and somebody said it. Like, Vic was a phenomenal athlete when he got into this league, and you're no longer that, bro. So you need to find a way to have a game. Derrick Rose is another great example. Like, how do you continue to play this game after you lose what makes you special? And so that's going to be something that I want to talk about moving like a couple of times, like with Vic. Like, how can he like change this game a little bit? Not right now, because I want to end this stream, bro. Like, the boy feeling good? I don't know what to do here, bro. I'm just
Eric Gordon's another good example too. He was a pretty athletic guard until he got hurted. Eric Gordon,
the one who used to play for Indiana.
Nah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Eric, the one that was on the Clippers as a rookie.
He played at Indiana.
He played at Indiana.
Oh, at Indiana. Okay.
Yeah.
That's another good example too. But I mean, that's the topic for another day. Listen, the Hawks backcourt shot 5 of 27 today, and they still almost won. So no, the Heat are not going to win on Monday. So I just want to use this time to shout out a real basketball team. Shout out to the Miami Hurricanes, man, for winning the ACC championship tonight. Shout out my guy Jordan Miller. Shout out Isaiah Wong and my guy Coach L. Basketball Hall of Famer, at least finalist nominee, Coach L. He will get in one day. So shout out to them. They're a real team. And if y'all don't want to be disappointed watching basketball in March, tune into the Canes, man. I'm looking forward to them building on their big run they had last year in the tournament. So it's going to be fun.
For sure. I mean, shout out to the Canes, bro. Like, shout out to the Canes. Got to give them respect. Them boys have been hooping all season. Alex, the boy feeling good?
You know what? I'm going to surprise you. Yes, we are going to absolutely destroy the Hawks next game. Why? Because Trae Young fucking sucks, dude. He fucking sucks so much ass, okay? When he plays the Miami Heat, the only thing he's good at goes out the window. He cannot score against this team for whatever fucking reason it is. Sure, he can pass the ball, not as impactful. We already know he's somehow a worse defensive player than Tyler Herro on the basketball court. So when he's not giving you 30, the Hawks are in trouble, okay? And if DeJounte Murray is going to shoot 3 of 14 again, then they are in very big trouble. So I expect a win just because this dude can't play versus us.
I don't expect DeJounte Murray to have the same type of game next time, but I do agree with what you was talking about. Kendall, the boy feeling good?
Oh, the boy feeling great because that bitch ass nigga Ali just came into the comments. They talking all that shit. Fuck ass nigga, yeah, bitch ass boy. Yeah, we up now. Sucker duck ass nigga, you stink a boot ass little boy. Yeah, you know the boy vibing. But I'm playing the trends, you know, when it comes to the Heat. I ain't no fool now. The research is there. The case studies have been cased and studied. They are going to lose to the Atlanta Hawks. I'm just playing the long game. They won today. They look real good. So it smelled like they about to be real garbage as a collective next game. I don't know who's gonna be the ass of ass, but it's gonna be a lot of assery 1 through 15, if you know what I mean. I don't want to hear about the rotations. I don't want to hear about clipboards and machine guns being thrown. These Miami Heat are inconsistent as fuck. Putting 2 wins together is a challenge. So 2 win together challenge, we're gonna see. But I expect them to lose Monday night because I mean, let's be real, bro. Like that's just who they've been all season, and yeah, that's how it's gonna go down.
No, for sure. TJ, the boy feeling good?
The boy's feeling sensational. The L is inbound, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming on Monday. Get ready. I know that I felt good. We done lost a couple in a row, but the L is coming. Trae Young currently, he's been freed from jail. He has 45 points on Tyler Herro's head. So get ready. DeJounte Murray, that's going to be a master. That boy dropping a triple-double. It's going to be crazy. So, yeah, they going to lose on Monday.
You know, that 40 would be true if Tyler Herro was the one standing in front of Trae Young. But we got our own little Mighty Mouse over here that's going to be guarding Mike Trae.
Kyle Lowry?
You are disgusting.
Hey, man.
Do not mention that man.
We told y'all what was coming.
I hate him.
We tried to tell him.
Spo said we shut that nigga down today. Without saying we shut him down.
Spo say, hey, you can think what you want, bitch. Our point guard plan tonight.
He said we don't have a timetable. Bitch, that means this is indefinitely.
What? Bro, listen, bro. Anybody holding out hope to see 7 in the Heat jersey again? Cooked. It's not happening, bro. About to get busy. But since Alex Sheltman already lied to y'all for me tonight, talking about picking the Heat to win tonight, I'm just gonna tell y'all the truth. It ain't going down, you know. Trae Young, I don't think he's gonna have a great performance because, like y'all said, like everybody alluded to, Gabe Vincent scares the hell out of that man for some reason, and so he's gonna have maybe more points than he had tonight, but it's still not gonna be a great game. DeJounte Murray is the one. That's the one that's not going to have a similar performance. I don't see Jimmy coming back into this game with the same kind of mentality of shutting shit down. I also don't see Bam getting 30 again. Maybe mid-high 20s, but I don't see 30. And Tyler Herro going to play the same.
But so, Mr. Z, he's a problem.
Play the same. Mr. Z is a bucket. I ain't going to hold you. Mr. Z is a bucket. But you know what I mean? You can't expect that every game. Like you gotta take them when they come. And tonight it came. The next time it's not.
That boy dropped 13 points. You gotta take it when it comes.
Bro, listen. That's what? Tell me the last game you remember Detman dropping 13 points. Look, when we get 13 from our backup bid, brother, that is good as 20. All right, I'll just go put it like that. I do think Miami ends up losing this next game. Who knows though? I could be wrong, bro. Like if you stop Trae, you essentially stop the hub of their offense or one of the hubs of their offense, and so that gives you a better chance to pull out a W. But I don't see us being able to. I think DeJounte gonna go off. So thank you guys in the comments as always for joining the show, making it much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to my guys Alex and. You don't do that to me, TJ Cain, Kendall, and the boy Cain Justin.
Kendall got me, bro.
Listen, bro. Bitch, night. Play the video, Justin.
I want to hit.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat packing the air.